This is another sad case where a game is really good, but it doesn't receive the advertising or attention that it should deserve. Metal Arm's glitch in the system was made by Swingin Ape Studios, and was the only game ever released by that company. In 2005, the company was acquired by Blizzard Entertainment, and so this game never received any more attention. What we have today is a third-person shooter with platforming elements that was released on the PS2, GameCube, and original Xbox. There was even a port on the 360 as well. One thing I have to admit is that this game is truly one of my favorites. I'm aware that it has a few faults, but for what it does well, it really does well. Our story takes place on a scrap metal planet called Ironstar, where it is entirely populated by droids. An intelligent scientist named Dr. Exavolt attempted to experiment and improve their technology, but this ended in disaster as he ended up creating a giant militaristic robot named General Corrosive. From there, Corrosive constructed a race of droids known as the Mills, and ultimately enslaved all droid kind. One droid named Colonel Alloy created a rebellion and established a secret hub called Droid Town. So one day, two of the rebels come across a mysterious broken droid and decide to bring him back to the base. Once the droid is repaired, it is revealed that his name is Glitch, and he has no memory of his life but is willing to fight for the righteous cause. From there, he must overcome great obstacles and fight his way through several Mill armies to defeat this threat. For starters, the setup is very good, but it dishes all of this out at the very beginning. I mean, they work it in fairly well, but to be honest, they actually do make it pretty memorable in its delivery. Where the game really shines is in its gameplay. Glitch is locked in a strafe with the camera locked behind his back. He has an arsenal of fairly creative weapons to use, such as a rechargeable mining laser, a rivet gun that fires exploding spears, and a control tether that allows him to control unknowing enemies. They all fit in really well, and it's cool that all the weapons have a different function to fit the gameplay. There are also a handful of grenade types to utilize as well. I do wish the movement and bartering system could have been a little tighter, however, because they can become slight annoyances down the line. There are 42 levels in the game, and they all take place across a variety of locations. Each is very well designed and very appealing. I know that sounds odd since most of the colors are made up of browns, yellows, and grays, but this game really does make the level design recognizable and linear, so it easily keeps the player engaged in its world. The enemy AI is a little primitive, but it functions well, and they can put up quite a challenge sometimes. Not always a seemingly fair one, but still challenging. The enemies range from grunt units, 2 large titans, 2 fast and powerful zombie bots, and each of them has a fun, colorful personality, and in fact, that's one of the game's best features. Glitch himself doesn't have much of a personality, but the side characters are all humorous, and the voice acting is really well done. In fact, you get to play as a different character in 3 of the levels to mix up the gameplay a bit. Some of the voice actors include Corey Burton, Dan Castellaneta, Rob Paulson, and Patrick Warburton, all of which do a very good job in their delivery, and the crude but silly humor never fails to entertain. Sometimes enemies will just randomly fart, and they also shout out funny quips during combat. The character designs are a lot of fun, and I will just say right now that the soundtrack kicks ass. But it doesn't always loop, so you usually just walk in silence. Some may say that it helps add to the environment if you don't always have music playing, but I kinda wish something would always play. In terms of replay value, you can collect secret chips scattered throughout the levels and complete time trials, which also reward you with chips. These are good for unlocking multiplayer levels, and you are rewarded with a special secret for finding them all. If you've never heard of it, then I would easily recommend it for fans of old school platformers, so get your assembly and gear and buy it.
Yes! Name's Glitch. Agent Shush sent me. Agent Shush! A true fire for the cause! In the trenches, fighting hard, dishing out pain and destruction! Yeah, he sure is. Oh, yes! Oh, man! Hey, do you have an info dump for me or what? Excellent! Our captain comrade was taken to the Mill City Tower, and it's gonna take power! Firepower to bring that bot back in one piece. Do you have what it takes, trooper? Do you have what it takes? Yeah. Now you have to go it alone. Yes, you will. Cause Agent Golf don't sign on for no suicide missions. But you got to believe in yourself. Now get out there and head for the tower at the center of the city. City! Find Agent Shush! He has the means to get you through! You just gotta have the strength and this servo upgrade, and you shall prevail!
Thanks for the upgrade and the encouragement.